Hey y'all, hey, it is another beautiful day, y'all, and I appreciate y'all for being here with me. We're gonna have a little chit chat. But they say y'all could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with me. So I'm thankful. But listen. So I don't know who needs to hear this word, but I got a word for somebody. Listen to me and listen to me clearly. Prioritize your peace over a paycheck. And let me just say this. If you get up in the morning and you are driving to work and the closer and closer you get, the tummy gets in like little knots, and this happens consistently Monday through Friday. It's not a coincidence. It's time to put in that 2 week notice. If when you wake up, you're not just excited and thankful that the Lord has blessed you to see another day and you're dreading going into somewhere for 8 hours, it's time for you to put in that 2 week notice. If you get to work 30 minutes early and have to sit in that parking lot just to get your mind together because you don't know what you about to encounter for them 8 hours. It's time for you to put in your 2 week notice. Yeah, I know we all got bills. We're all trying to survive. We have families to take care of. But at the same time, we have to learn how to take care of ourselves. And it's like when you're dying inside or you're just truly not happy, how are you able to take care of your kids? Like, kids ain't crazy. They know when something's wrong, and you can't be yourself. You can't pour into others from an empty cup. A lot of people are suffering inside, and it's time to free yourself. It's like, take a leap of faith, do something different, dare to be different. And I think that's the thing, like, again, like I was talking about before, the traditional blueprint, like people feel like they got to go to these jobs to get a paycheck, and the paycheck isn't even worth it sometimes because of how you're feeling. Even when you're not at work, you're thinking about it. It's taking up too much of your time that you're not getting paid for. So let me tell y'all a little story. It'll be quick, I promise, because you know I'm on my lunch break. So, my background is in human resources. I love people. I love helping people. I love being there for people whenever they need me. Like, I'm a people person. But we relocated, and so I got into medical billing for a little while. So medical billing is cool. Don't get me wrong. And I've always been thankful for each and every job I've ever had. But long story short, story long, whatever. We're going to go back to 2020. Now, mind you, we all know what happened in 2020. We're going to call it the big event because I don't know what I can and cannot say on YouTube. So it's the big event. Now, when the big event happened, our worlds turned upside down, twirl world around. I mean, everything changed. But for me, it wasn't all for the bad. Everything changed. I ended up working from home, which at first, y'all, oh my gosh, like it was the best thing ever. When I tell you I could wear whatever, I was in all comfy clothes all the time at the house, eating up all my baby snacks. Like, at first I was like, oh, this is perfect until it wasn't. After a while, some of the feelings that I was already feeling when I was going into the office started creeping back. Like the job itself didn't change, the location did, and it made it better because I was at home, but ultimately I wasn't fulfilled. And I really just disliked the job. I just got to the point where I just wasn't happy, and I'm a naturally happy person. If y'all can't tell, like this ain't a facade, like I'm happy all the time. And so I talked to my husband about it, and he was like, look, you need to quit and find another job because, he's always supportive, and he knew I wasn't happy. And, even like I said, I keep saying, even being home, it was just like, it was a stressful situation. And normally you're supposed to be able to leave stress at work, but when it's in your house, how do you escape it? So, as fate would have it, or as the Lord had it, earlier in 2020, before the big event, I signed up to be a ship shopper, right? So I had ordered a grocery order through Shipt, and the process was seamless. The shopper was really nice. Like everything was really cool because I had never ordered groceries like that. Like Instacart been out forever, but I didn't use stuff like that. And so I was like, wait, this is somebody's job. And it seemed kind of cool. So I looked into it and then I signed up to be a ship shopper. I was like, this will bring a little extra money, a little extra shopping money, a little extra grocery money, because we like to eat in my house. So for the next couple Saturdays, I got up, I went and did different shipped orders, and then y'all, the tips started rolling in, and I was blown away. When I tell you, I had no idea people were making real money being gig workers because I didn't know anything about the gig economy, like at all. So what did I do? I signed up for Instacart. I signed up for DoorDash. I signed up for Uber Eats. I signed up for Grubhub. All of them. I was like, okay, I'm gonna have all these in my back pocket. And the thing about it, with each one, I really enjoyed it. So it didn't seem like work, but I was getting extra money. I'm gonna have to make a whole separate video about my full-time gig work or whatever, because in the gig economy, period, because it was such a pivotal part of my life. It was so rewarding and I really, really enjoyed it. Yeah, it was such an amazing experience. It was such a unique experience, such a needed experience, because for the first time in my big grown adult life, I was in charge of my life. I was in control of my life. I was in control of my time. I was in control of my money, because as long as I was out there making it, I can make what I needed to make and make more. I was able to take my baby to school every single morning, pick him up, be a carpool mom every afternoon. I always loved, seeing them long, 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 long carpool lines. But I was able to be in there. I could have a little book, listen to music. Like, I wasn't used to anything like that. I was available for all the field trips if I wanted to go on all of them. I ain't going on all of them, but I was available. I was available for any other little events they were having at school. After school, we go to the park. I could have impromptu lunches with my husband. Like, y'all, I was working, but it felt like a vacation, but working. Like, because nobody, y'all see that? Oh my gosh, acting up in front of company. Anyway, I'm gonna get a real microphone one day. I don't think my speaker good enough on my phone, and I want to make sure y'all hear me. But anyway, you know, I literally was in control of all of my time. I was doing work, but I finally had me time, because a lot of times, being a wife and a mom, we don't get a lot of me time. So it was just me and my car, minding my business, doing my orders. I'd be shopping, just listening to music, minding my business. Like, it was an amazing experience that I didn't know I needed, but God knew I needed it. And y'all probably need it too. Like, and I feel like when it comes to things like this, a lot of people are like, well, what will somebody else say? What will they say? Why matter? Why does it matter? Because I had a couple little naysayers like, oh, you're quitting your good job. How you know it's good? Quitting your good job, your steady paycheck. Yeah, it's not a steady paycheck, but I'm still in charge of it. And so I can make it be as much as I need it to be. So keep that in mind, because the naysayer, you're going to have a couple of them, but it's okay. Do you? So my grown up gap year turned into a grown up gap 3 years. And I know y'all probably thinking, well, girl, we know you got a regular job because you talked to us during your lunch breaks. Yes. So you probably wondering what happened. To be honest, I'm almost 40 years old and I don't know exactly what I want to do with my life. And that is okay. Y'all, that's okay. I don't care if you're 50 and you don't know. It's okay. And so the thing is, I didn't want to have a huge gap in my resume because I know, especially being in HR, I know how that looks, and it ain't cute. And they ask too many questions, and I got time to provide all the answers. So I didn't want that huge gap, and also I didn't want to be away from it too long to where I get out of touch with things that I need to know to do my job, keeping up with the times or whatever. So I didn't want to limit myself or handicap myself by continuing the gig work. So I was like, okay, let me go on back or whatever. But I got back into human resources and I love it. Like that is me. Now, will I ever make another change? Probably. This hopefully YouTube is a part of my change, because doing these videos to me honestly is more fulfilling than my 9 to 5. And also, people don't be wanting to talk about ageism, but as we age, it is harder and harder to get a job, I guess. We definitely can still get them because we still got it. But in looking at a resume and they see you graduated in whatever year, they be putting two and two. They do math. I know they do math. So I didn't want to have to deal with that either. So, yeah. But let me tell y'all one thing. Though I work for somebody else, I'm still in control. Mentally, I'm in doggone control, because you let something go left. You let something go left. I will nicely, because I'm always going to give a notice. I will nicely give my 2 weeks notice and be right back in them streets, picking up your Grubhub, doing your shipped order, not missing a beat, not missing a paycheck. And that is so, like, mentally, y'all, I feel so at peace. And I'm so thankful. Like I said, I do orders every now and then just to make sure I stay active, because you never know. And it's good extra money. So if y'all want to know more about any of the gig apps or my experience with gig apps, which ones I like better, just leave it in the comments. I can make another video, or I can just answer y'all in the comments. It really don't matter. But y'all, let me wrap this up, get back to work. But I said all of that to say, y'all, choose you. Choose your happiness. It don't matter what anybody else has to say about it. But it's like, you can only go so long being unhappy until it affects your mental health, your physical health, your family. Like, and it's not worth it. There are so many legal, moral ways to make money out here. You don't have to do anything that you don't want to do. Choose you. It's time for us to start stepping out of the box. And again, choosing peace over a paycheck. Yes, that choose peace over a paycheck. But y'all are so amazing. I love y'all. Thank you for spending my lunch with me. And it's a great day to have a great day. Talk to y'all later.